up,
everyone?
everybody?
Welcome to Guitar Safari.
What
Seth?
up, Charles? What's
How
happening?
are you? So here we are again. Sherman.
This goat won't leave me alone, Charles. This goat, I just don't know what to do.
Well, do me a favor. Go check on the tacos.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry. He's really upset. Like he wasn't expecting a new pet in the house, and then
Uh-huh.
and then ended up being right next to him, and at
That
all
goat.
times can become upsetting to some people. But then I used to be doing this all the time.
I think you just
Sherman sleep.
I think you just tell him it's your goat, Sherman.
It's your goat, Sherman. That's why I said to one of our followers mentioned about getting him a saddle, and so
Yep.
Sherman could ride the range, go
Oh
out to
boy.
Texas, ride the range on the goat. All right, sorry. Good evening.
All right, so let's go ahead and welcome our folks in from the chat. So we have Herb from Fireside Studios. We
What's
have
up?
R2, R3 Locking Nut.
Wait, R2, R3, locking nuts. Okay.
We have our buddy Eddie Faye.
What up, Eddie Faye?
Cushman NYC.
Watch it. Yeah.
We've got our buddy Dave Chase in the chat.
What up, Big Wave Dave? It has been pumping, and I bet Dave's been dropping in. Get out of my way.
I bet. We've got our buddy Ryan of OU812.
Oh, wait.
Some guy named Presley, California Custom.
1, 2. Yes, that was pretty dope. That guy's a dick. Can we kick him out?
Presley, yeah, we need to kick Presley
all
out of the
right. Yeah,
chat.
you got a wrench. Get rid of that guy.
All right, so Wayne McConnell is in.
What up,
Welcome,
Wayne? Yes.
And this guy, Ben Coombs.
Bibbidi Ben. What is happening? Tone
Good evening,
God,
good evening.
Tone Master.
And we've got our buddy Keith H.
All right, hold on. I think I saw. Let me take a breath. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
B.
Nice. So
Dude,
followed
I'm
by
sorry. It's a problem with my brain.
followed by Hip Metalworks and Jimmy Biter. Guitar Man 45 Bo is in the house. Terry 3Gs.
Terry.
Internationally Insane Studios. All right, Dana, we've been missing the last couple weeks. All right.
I'm getting excited. In that international, Bo, we got that. We got Guitar Man 45. Is that Bo? I'm terrible.
Guitar Man 45 is Bo. Yes.
Thank you for rolling through.
So
we got was Terry 3Gs in the house?
Yes, he is.
Terry 3Gs is the man.
So Eddie Faye says, by the way, Seth, you're right. I watched your video on 2x speed and you were blistery fat.
Oh, shredding, dude, Eddie, thank you so much. That's what I intend to do on.
That's all it takes. I got it.
Send it out double speed. Slayer. Has anybody ever seen Slayer live? If you haven't, I mean, Slayer's a little bit much for anybody, I think, right? But if you haven't seen Slayer live, at least watch a video and experience the violence of Slayer live. It's intense. I went to a Slayer show as a kid, which might explain a lot to some people.
Eddie Faye in the chat is bringing us back to our topic. You know, if my guitar journey takes me here, I could probably figure out the rest.
You came to the right place, Eddie, right? No, because most of our people, we're on our way, but we kind of got it figured out, right? You and I, we kind of know where we're going. I know where I mean, when you're halfway to the grave, you kind of know where you're going, right? Or you hope you at least have an eyeball on the trajectory. You're not going to get all, like, surprised. Because you want to have an idea of where you're going. Like, I don't have, maybe... But then you could be surprised. I'm not saying aim low, but aim for the stars and you might hit the moon.
Be somewhat realistic.
I mean, you know. Don't aim low is not. I guess that's the wrong way of saying it, but
No,
thinking that you have only succeeded by achieving these astronomical things is not a real reality.
well,
Find
I
what
got
you did. Sorry.
no. Go ahead,
I
finish
was
up.
saying find what you did succeed in and what where you helped the world, and that was the thing.
Mhm.
And so in my guitar journey, I'm just trying to put some stuff that plays good in people's hands so that they can do their thing.
Well, a lot of great things have been happening to me in my guitar journey this year. I mean, I got some pretty damn cool guitars. I've done some pretty damn cool guitars for folks. I've met some really great people and had a lot of fun. But I got kind of thinking about things, over the holidays, and you start thinking New Year's resolutions and kind of regrets of the year or whatever the case may be. And I just got thinking about it. Said, well, why did I thought about it and said, why did I get into this to begin with? Right? Why did I pick up the guitar at age 50? What was it? And it was really about. It was one of the only instruments that I've ever not been able to master. And I said, okay.
Oh, you put it down or you avoided it earlier because you kind of picked it up a little bit and you explored it or kind of walked around it and you're like,
Mhm.
screw that. I'm not trying to go there. I do it. I have done
It,
that
it is
too.
the only thing I couldn't, every other instrument that was ever put in my hands, that all they had to do was give me a fingering chart and I could figure it out.
Right.
Right. Okay. And guitar wasn't that thing for me. So when I hit 50, I was like, okay, we're going to do this. And so it's been, kind of an extraordinary ride so far. But I got, thinking about it and sit here and say, but I haven't achieved the goal I got into it for, right? I can play
Playing
20.
music at campfire situation, playing Wonderwall, or playing maybe not in Wonderwall, but I'm just saying
Really,
that might
Ben?
not be the pinnacle moment. But that's a bad example. Playing Horse with No Name, which that's two chords, bro.
And you
Suspended G
say,
and
for
E
the most
minor.
common reason.
What is Horse with No Name, right? Is it suspended? It's E minor and just like a G chord. I've been
But
through a desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be. Do you ever play that song?
I've never tried to play that song. No.
Have you heard it, or did you ever
Yes.
like it?
Oh, yeah. I've heard the song. Yes, of course.
So that's a good one because it's two chords. It just gets you going back and forth. Bing, 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 bing. And you got
There
to
you
do
go.
that a million times. 2 likes. Yeah, dude. International. We're blowing up over here. It's probably
We have,
on. It's probably the 2 likes are on Charles's channel though, because Presley's channel doesn't tend to get those 2 likes. But you know why?
I don't know. I've been
Presley,
watching it,
you
and
never get two
been
likes.
picking up over there. It's been picking up over there for sure.
It's weird. Anyway, it's just weird with the shorts. The shorts are the wave of the future. These long things are weird. Like the longs are for the people that are seriously down, right? That want to hang out. That's why I'm here. That's like the only reason I make the shorts is because I'm here enjoying hanging out, making the longs with the
Oh
family.
yeah.
Jeff K. There was a guy
Jeff
named
K.
Jeff K.
Welcome, buddy.
that I worked with that I raced against in go karting. That's not you, is it, Jeff? Are you down in Los Angeles? Did you work at DreamWorks and did we race in go karts and you always beat me? But you were lighter than me, Jeff. You know you were lighter than me, so it's not fair. I mean, it was kind of fair but anyway, you're better than me and lighter than me. Two things that help you. But go karting is seriously fun. If you're into, oh, Dave can't see the chat. Did it disappear?
No,
I'm seeing it, Dave.
it is there.
I mean, I am old. I did get glasses for the first time now. I haven't worn them yet at school, but I have magnifiers, just so. But
Oh my. I'm gonna rein you in here. Welcome in, Bird Burful
what a
and Scott
bird,
Brockway.
Scott!
Welcome in.
What happened?
And no, but kind of coming back to it really, because I sit there and was looking at it, and it says, if that's what I got into this for, even though all this other great stuff is happening, right? I will regret it if I don't reach that goal. And so, I had to, so I had to kind of reevaluate some things. I still have all the other goals. I want my channel to grow, and I want to do a whole bunch more fabric top guitars and let that grow. But I need to prioritize learning to play better. And so that's where I'm going. That's my journey this year. And so I was like, well, if I had, that idea, I'm not the only one that's been thinking about, okay, where do I want this journey to be taking me? And so
Mm-hmm.
I figured we could have a conversation about that today.
Totally, totally. I mean, it's kind of a difficult thing to think about because your journey ends up taking you to death, right? So it's all your pathway with your guitar journey is along the way to death. So, you want to enjoy your guitar journey along the way and you want to have a hell of a lot of fun. That's what I want to do. Shred and have fun and get good tone. I want to get some good ass tones. Here's what. I'm not necessarily looking for a lot, but I might find something that I want to incorporate, and I want to use the stuff I have. I don't even use all the stuff I have to make killer
Mm-hmm.
tones. Which now, because I've been very transitional for the last year, I've been selling my old house, building a new house, moving into a new house. Now I'm here. I got the studio. It's kind of set up. I finally emptied out which is eventually going to be it's a closet, but it's a closet that's built above a garage, so I can do a vacuum down through the floor and make that whole room a pressurized sanding room or anything room. I probably won't paint in there much, but I could have it to where I have a switch. I flip it, hits a shop vac downstairs, and I'll have a grate in the floor, and it's basically a dust environment that'll suck into that. That'll be
Uh,
very helpful. Wait, did somebody say Geo Metro? Oh hell yes, Ben
yes.
Coombs did. Ben, dude, when you come down here, here's what I'm trying to do with the Geo. I'm trying to get the high school kids excited about turning it into a surf mobile, right? Like for two people, like the back seats turn into this camping thing or safari vehicle looking thing, like which also could be used as a guitar safari vehicle. Just thinking, because the engine runs great. Wait, oh shit! Todd Presley wants to help out with lifting. He says he wants to lift
Oh,
the what did he lifted something? He lifted the Geo Metro. I know that he can physically pick up the Geo Metro. This is a
yeah, he
fact.
did. Well, there's a whole lot of talk in the
Hey
chat.
Charles, you keep getting lighter and lighter on my end as far as your volume.
Yeah, we're addressing some clipping issues on my mic.
Okay, I was wondering if
Some tech stuff.
if I was blacking out, if I'm having a stroke. I mean, I just wanted to know if
Not
I.
yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
it could happen. God knows. Look at me. I'm so red, but I'm just hanging out,
Yeah.
chilling.
Well,
So it's a
in the
storm
chat,
here.
yeah, in the chat, there's a lot of talk about the storm, and I know that Chicago was getting heavy snow, and there was a news report that came to me on my phone just before we went live, and it said portions of Texas are already starting to lose power. So,
Well,
everybody out there, stay warm, eat well, take care of yourself. Yeah.
and if the power goes out and Charles goes away, the show goes to shit. It's just me and Sherman. And we know how that goes on Wednesday nights. It's a shit show. So everybody,
Oh, God.
everybody knows when to tune out. Boop! I'm out of here. It's only Seth. I'm just kidding. It's very entertaining what we do on Wednesdays. Oh wait, hold on. We got a simple goal. Can I put that up here? Hold on. I know how to do it. I know how I got to
Yeah.
click. Okay, click it. Click it.
Wayne, I would say go ahead and come out of YouTube and then try coming back in. See if your chat shows up then.
Herb says his goals are simple. This year, he wants to continue to improve his playing. Dude, Herb, you're ripping. I love your playing, and
Mhm.
it's got more passion than a lot of people that play way too many notes. This summer, he's building Fireside Studio and want to make memories with. Hold on. Fireside Studio already exists because I've seen all your stuff, and whatever room that is in, you are already the Fireside Studio. I get it though, because like Anna Presley's kind of just a room too. But I do what I do, dude. You are the man, Herb. Mm-hmm.
Well, he is working that out to be a true studio, so he can record all the stuff he's doing. And
Mm-hmm.
but that channel is I'm really impressed with the stuff that he does, and I look
Keith.
forward to. I look forward to the new videos every Friday, and I was just torn, and I'm torn up today because I haven't been able to get to them yet with all the things going on. They came
Right.
and put my roof on today, and I
Oh,
worked
that's
through all
amazing.
that. I worked through all that and was putting out fires all day long.
Oh
Well,
God.
everything was beaten down on me.
Oh man, our boy. Check this out. This is killer. So Ben is
Like,
ahead of the game.
yeah, generator. Yeah, spoiled. He's
Well,
spoiled.
not spoiled. Worked hard. I'm sure that it didn't just like materialize there. He did probably take some. I need to do the same thing, but here in California, because everything's powered by almond milk and love. We have to use mainly pre-existing battery packs that'll get you going for X amount of hours
Yeah,
before you can. It has to be a certain length of
time.
power outage before you
Oh,
can legally just run a generator, a gas generator.
wow.
That's pretty. Yeah,
Well,
that's.
for Burful, he started his
But you do what you
generator.
want.
Got the extra gas and propane for heat, and so in case they lose power. So he's out there in Northeast Texas.
Yep, I got this goat. If it really comes down to it, me and Sherman are going to be well fed.
So our buddy Rico B says this year he'd like to try to figure out how to record his guitar and add a drum track to it. Seems super complicated.
Not complicated. So you want to add your own drum track that you want to create. A little bit more complicated because you need to know drumming and you need to know some. I mean, you need to know the basics of drums because the program is going to use the actual language that you would write drums with out on a staff. So you need to know that. But you can get like sampling and just sample your drum beat, or you can go with some canned drum beats. The song "I Need You Now" is
Uh,
basically out of a can. All those drums. It's just the beat. Like you choose the beat, you adjust it a little bit, tweak the pitch. So what you need, Rico, is a simple, inexpensive version of Final. Is it Final Cut Pro? What is the one that's everybody knows? Come on, put it in there, y'all. Dave Chase is back in the chat, which really, really matters, dude. Because Dave, you're the man. Big wave, Dave. Underneath that, I
well,
showed you guys my
enjoy
trophies.
that food with your daughter, Trev. Thank you for tuning in and listening in as you eat and spend that family time. We appreciate it. But Rico B says no, just learn how to use Easy Drum software kit, etc. So
Yeah, that's tough, right? I get it, but do it. It'll be rewarding, and even if you just start out with the kick, boom, 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 boom. Write a song like to that. It's Seven Nation Army, basically a kick drum and a snare.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Flo's got some troubles in the neighborhood here. A big ass tree fell on his lines about an hour ago. Luckily, he still has power in his driveway. He can't even
Mm-hmm.
get through, though, with all the tree branches. They're all bent and blocking everything. So, oh
So
boy.
Ben, does Ben use iMovie for? Ben says he uses iMovie, or is he using it for both audio and video? Because he's saying we're talking audio. Because I always use it for my short video, my video videos, like the guitar videos, like the I haven't been doing a lot of guitar videos, but totally.
So FCP, I think, is Final Cut Pro and
Final Cut Pro. Good call,
right,
Jeff K.
Final Cut Pro and Adobe's Premiere is the other one that Jeff K was talking about.
Yep. That Final Cut Pro. Jeff K's in Minnesota though, but he said he's out in Venice part time, which means you're in the hood. Which means you're not nearby. Venice is actually very, very far away from Fairfax. But it's California.
So,
California.
Unfunky Legal is saying recommended interface for recording demos and for live streams.
Well,
Um,
you can do the pitch for live stream, Charles. You brought me on board.
well, yeah, but when I first started doing live streams, I wasn't using an interface. Matter of fact, the interface is a rather new thing for me, and I'm figuring it out as we're talking about working on my levels here. But I'm using the Focusrite Scarlett 212 the Generation 3. But I'm just now learning about how to use it and how to get my levels right on it. So
Yeah.
I'm certainly not the person to ask.
Well, I'm the same way. I bought one with two inputs, one for a vocal mic, one for a instrument mic, and two sensitivity knobs, one for the vocal mic, one for the instrument mic, one headphone output, and one headphone knob, and then a big ass knob that I don't even know what the hell that knob does. So I don't even mess with it. But somebody should tell me what the big knob does on the interface that only has that much stuff that I just described. Because anybody who
Well,
knows what the
on
big
my
knob does.
focus, right, the biggest knob is the monitors, right? So if you don't have monitors
Oh, if I
hooked
don't
up,
have if I had speakers plugged in, that would be a balance. But I don't. I just got my
no, it's
earphones, so
not a
no
balance;
balance.
it's a volume for the monitors.
All right, so that's great to know. So that's a big ass knob that I don't need. That's on there, and that's all it is. And it was 60. Here's the thing that I should put out there for the inner worlds to know. My good friend Landon, that I met like 10 years ago, very successful guy. For Christmas, no, for my birthday. Like I got family member, but for my birthday, he came through, gave me $150, not $100, $150 gift card for Amazon.
Oh,
Now,
really?
yeah. And what I'm saying is this is that I try to do good for the world. I try to help people where I can. I'm kind of poor and I don't and like he actually did really good for my world because like I didn't have the money to buy a mic or that I was just going to run out and spend and buy a mic where it was justified. Like my wife was going to be like, "What the hell? You're buying mics and stuff?" But from him, I got the interface. It was like $69. The what else did I get? Oh, the headphones. These so I don't have to mess up my beautiful hair. Uh, these are 30 something. These are really good. I got them half off, so they're $60, but I got them $30. And then this microphone was like another. Basically, I spent that gift card, and it geared me up on all this stuff that I needed for the YouTube deal. Oh, and I also bought that little secondary USB camera that I showed you that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to use. All that came from Landon's gift card. So thank you, Landon.
No,
He's
awesome.
that his daughter has your guitar, Charles. Our guitar, but the Telecaster that
Oh,
you both signed
the
up.
Paisley Telly.
Yeah, so that's the guy that's why you see why she has that guitar, right? Because when she said, "Oh, I like this guitar," I just said, "Yes, you're Landon's daughter. You get whatever guitar's in here." Except for I'm taking my brother's
So Bo
71
says,
SC.
I know you can get the podcast interfaces, but I have a 32 channel digital mixers that you can just use with the dock. Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
if you want to be all fancy, I guess so. Yeah.
Well, that means he could have a drum set up. He could have drum set up and two guitars both with wet dry. And then he could have a bass player that's doing whatever our bass players do that are hardcore if they use more than one channel. That probably happens. I don't know. Tell me, bass players. Yeah, it must happen. Because I heard this one bass player showed up. Bass players, I think, sometimes spend more money than guitar players on their equipment. What does the internet think about that? I think that bass players in general, showing up in general overall to a gig, usually they have a lot of high end stuff. There's less Squire basses out there gigging than there are Squire guitars for sure, because basses are like, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out of my booty, but I think that's true.
Well, so Herb and Ben are kind of going back and forth. And Ben is talking about the recording that he's been doing with Lambert Drive Studios. And he says he thinks they use Easy 3 too. He plays the riff, and then Jason go ahead and does all the digitals.
The
In order to
digitals,
make the beat.
yes. Mm-hmm.
And then Herb has got a response to that says, he tracks his shorts in Studio One and then film on his iPhone, then match up to the plane.
Do you have the clapper? Because no, they sell.
Oh yeah, the little thing, the wood clicker,
so that you can make the sound, so that you'll have a video reference to when it lands, to the audio reference to when it spikes, and then you just line those two up, and you're good to go. And you get to say cut.
So
Actually,
Bo, if you didn't see it, Unfucking Believable is asking what DAW are you using for that studio? So
for what studio?
For the studio he's building.
Oh
Both
yeah,
that studio,
I'm sure it's good. And
It's
then
gonna be killer.
Ryan would be a good one to ask. R2, R3 locking nuts would be another good one to ask about that. So, hey, I wanted to go back briefly to the guitar journey.
Oh yeah,
All right, so
I do.
my idea is that room I described with the sand sucking thing eventually would have another unit sucking that I could use at separate times and set up with
Hmm.
plastic around it to pull out paint, but I'd have to really get some kind of collection system that I'm going to work out. But anyway, I'd love to be doing painting, kind of like Fano or like just or Vola also makes a very light nitro finish that's relic, very light, and it's cool.
Uh-oh. Unbelievable says the answer to the question that we're talking about in our thumbnail. And what you were just taking us back to our journey. Are
Mm-hmm.
we going to see Unfucking Believable doing live streams at random? Uh-oh.
It's
Uh-oh. We're
on. It's
looking
gonna
forward to
happen.
this. And
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, he would have an audience. There is no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
Yeah, dude. It's been actually cold. I mean, I'm not cold compared to the rest of the world, really. But it's cold for California. It's been pretty cold here. A little. I took off the thing. I don't think I need the thing. Do you know? We don't need the thing, do we? Like the
No,
spit
the pop
catcher.
filter.
That's
Yeah,
only
that
if I
little.
was like singing and broadcasting a whole, which I sing sometimes, but I don't need that thing. That's weird.
You're not a llama. You're not spitting on the microphone.
Well, I do tend to, but it would only be if I was like back when I was dating and I'd be talking to an attractive girl and be like, "Hi, how are you?" Oh, I'm sorry. I'll never see you again. Sorry to spit all over you. So attractive,
So,
so good.
so the answer to that kind of question. So Guitar Man 45 is using a PreSonus Studio 1 and 616 and Pro Tools. Okay, so Pro
Okay,
Tools. So Pro Tools is the DAW he's using, I guess,
all right.
because I know nothing about that stuff.
I tend to not really know a ton about. I use Audacity, which is free, and did a little bit of recording on it. Like did the Guitar Safari ending theme song is done on Audacity with me. That was I think when I had COVID. I
Yeah.
was just hanging out and I was like I did nothing. I just had to do something. That's why the singing is kind of terrible. I should go back and overdub it and make it better.
Welcome in, Vox Guitar Rocks, and we appreciate the thumbs up, buddy.
Thank you very
And
much
then
for
he
the
did
thumbs
some
up.
checking up with Lambert Drive Studios, and he checked with them, and they use PreSonus Studio One. So
Studio One. Nice. What? 15 likes? Holy crap. Internet broken. Yep, I'm getting too many emails now.
stay
It's
warm,
just
R2. Stay warm. 8 inches of snow. Now the temperature's dropping. Oh,
yeah, that's gnarly. That's
oh yeah.
gnarly. They're getting that up in Tahoe. There's an online DAW that we can share our
So
tracks.
apparently
Oh,
that's what's going on for Symmetry. I must have missed something. So Symmetry, keep warm too. I know that
hmm.
R2 had quite a bit of snow in Chicago as well.
Eddie. Eddie says, "Is there an online DAW where we can share our?" Oh,
Oh, so sorry.
that's okay. That's all right. Sorry, Eddie. You were redacted there. You're like
No, I put them right back up.
I'm kidding. Is there an online DAW where we can share our tracks and ask others to combine their tracks? Here's what we could do that I think that we could do easily. That would be fun. Is we could all agree upon the same existing free and available YouTube backing track, and everybody could take a turn playing something over that, right? The thing is, we'd all have to record it. I think in Audacity, you can share it with your friends who are also in Audacity, right? And then they can come in and manipulate it. So we could all mix it together, I think. I don't know. Maybe we couldn't, but maybe we could. I know it's been done because there was an internet guy who's a really good guitar player, who sends that out to a bunch of other really good guitar players, and they all play their part on the one piece of music, which is really entertaining because
I
everybody
love
has a
this
different.
comment from Vox Guitar Rocks. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but I
Go,
just
go,
couldn't help
go,
it.
go.
Says, if I want to record my trouble playing, I use a mic with my Pioneer cassette deck.
Yes.
Yeah, it brings back some memories.
Well, Vox, are you aware of, and a lot of people probably are aware of, the mountain goats? Holy crap. The mountain goats. Have you ever heard of the mountain goats, Charles?
I have not.
Oh, holy Toledo. Like, get your pencil, write that down. Mountain goats. You need to go listen to mountain goats music. Now, there's a whole broad spectrum of mountain goats music, but it's mainly a poet, right? A guy that's a poet who started out, and this is a good thing for you, Charles, too, because it's a guy that started out, and when you go back and listen to his early stuff recorded on a Pioneer boombox with the cassette tape, which has now sold more records than God knows who, with simple chords, but fantastic lyrics. Okay, simple chords, fantastic lyrics, main thing. And you could call it terrible singing, but it's not terrible singing. It's just a very unique kind of singing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the lyrics are so good. It's almost like a like what's his name, Dylan, like a Bob Dylan kind of singing. But the lyrics are so good that you'll listen to it, and then he progresses, and over years and albums turns into this guy that the most recent Mountain Goats album is so perfectly produced and sounds so amazing, and it's like makes you like, oh my god, I'm so proud I was along for the journey and I heard what the guy had in him in the beginning before he had access to all the stuff, and then he gets access to all the stuff and it comes out even just so beautiful and so amazing. Mountain Goats,
Welcome
hopefully
in,
ever
Mason Guitar Guy.
that was a big commercial for the Mountain Goats who didn't even need it. Sorry to rant on them, but they're good.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it is something else. Uh-oh. They're getting unruly. So you can't bring up all the farm animals.
I didn't say worried mountain goats. That would be the new. I'm not going to say anything about New Zealand because they would all beat me up. I've seen those guys. They're tough.
Well, unfucking believable. He's been looking into the UA 476P. One mic for guitar, one mic to talk, two other inputs for whatever, and into a DAW, and live stream for zero reason.
It would be nice. I have wanted the additional inputs. So if you are getting that for under $100 or $100 ish or $200, if it's really high quality, then do it. That would be amazing. And then just get in the game. So here's the thing. I just had to get over the oh man, I just look dumb doing that. And then I realized, oh, I look dumb doing everything all the time. This is just the time that gets captured on the internet. So I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay then. Because I just do it. So just start making content. And it comes out natural, comes out fun. People like it.
Well, that's the thing. Just start making it because you'll figure out how to make it better as you go. It's like when we all started YouTube, it was all pretty sad in the beginning, and with each video, you get a little better.
Yeah, I was in a totally different zone. I was showing my hang gliding videos, and I was showing my mainly hang gliding, and then it became all about my drifting, all about my race cars and sliding sideways, and that's all on my previous Seth Presley channel. And then when I got divorced and I left LA, I started a new Seth Presley channel, but just Seth Presley. And then I changed that to Presley California Customs when I started doing the guitars a lot. Like after I sold 25 guitars, I was like, all right, it's time. Let's just change it over. $100? Oh, closer to $500.
Closer to 500, yeah.
Well, I don't buy anything that's closer
there is
to 500.
It is, yeah, and Ben saying never cheap out on gear, and it's kind of these conversations are kind of going on quickly, so it's hard for us to kind of keep
up.
I
get it, Ben. Never cheap out on gear, but when you're dipping your toes in, and there's so many so many options out there. You ask 4 or 5 people. Finally, you did this. I didn't want analysis paralysis. I ordered something and I figured I will have this while I learn what I should have really bought that might cost twice what this cost. But then by that point, you know, the world will have moved on by a year or two and I will have really figured it out. And then I can get one that is like you're buying UF believable. You're uneffing believable buying it for $500. I don't, I'm just saying my Geo Metro $750.
I love it. You two never cheap out on guitars. Buy a Framus, damn it.
Oh man,
Um,
if I could
no,
buy a
it is
Nichols
one of those.
custom.
Even I bought my my Focusrite used, and even before I bought it, I was like, okay, well, I watched so many YouTube videos on all, what was the best, inexpensive interface and all these kind of things, and kind of looked from and even though I was buying used, I shopped around a whole bunch and kind of tried to learn what was out there, and this seemed to be the best solution for me and what I had to spend at the time.
I ordered the Focusrite, but they delivered me the I can't focus, right? And that was just a problem for me because that was to fit me perfectly. And then I went like this and I had to send it back.
And Wayne is right. Most times you get what you pay for, and it's like that whole thing. If you know you're going to use the same tool over and over again, spend the money.
Except with mail order brides. You pay a lot and then they come here and they're even more pissed off. Like you just want to spend as little as you can and enjoy the time you got. Because you're on borrowed time. I'm sorry. What was I ranting about? I'm just
Now
saying.
you go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I should stop there for fear of possible repercussions that could
So
possibly
Bill
repercuss.
apparently has been looking for a Framus Ackerman for quite some time now. So if anyone's got one, give Bill a call.
Oh, Pantera. I just love the word Pantera because I'll say respect. What? Are you listening to me? You know that song?
Well, yeah, but he's talking about a
I
Framus
know.
Pantera,
All right, I
right?
know. Buy a Pantera, but as soon as you say Pantera, I start thinking. Check my messages. You know what I had pulled up on there? International. I had Spark. Holy 9 messages. I got Biggity Ben first in the house. Tell Charles to lower his mic. He's been clipping every now and then when you lean forward. All right, that's from the Biggity. That's from the Tone Master.
All right.
And International. Oh, look at International. You want to put me full screen just for a second for a little show of we are our peeps?
Are you talking about the email that you just got sent?
Nope. Here, let me show this real quick. This is
Yeah,
International.
that's what I was talking about.
Oh, sorry. He
Because
sent
I
me
was
via text, and then oh man, that looks nice. Can we come
yeah,
visit? Is
because
that a beer out there in the? Oh no, that's something hanging out.
see, because we could have done it that
Oh,
way.
all right. You can do it that way too. That's probably better because it's more stable. It's a more stable environment for people's eyes to settle in on the picture. Wow,
Yeah,
that's nice.
Internationally Insane Studios is getting some snow for sure.
Well, he just showed that he has a 2-car garage, y'all. That's
That
pretty
means two
dope.
people can play
I
at
got a
once.
2-car garage, but we only parked one car in it. The other part, we parked the goddamn trash cans in there. We need to move them out onto the side for partly into the street where you can't park your car because not enough room. There is enough room for the trash cans.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate that.
But then you become the trash cans out there all the time neighborhood. And we live on the hill. We don't necessarily want to be that, but then there's limited space. So, yuck snow. Where do you live, Herb? Are you in the snow zone? I have to literally decide I need to go to the snow and drive to get there because I live right at sea level, like 700 feet above sea level, and very close to the ocean to where it only snows super occasionally and usually about 1,000 feet above me. Yeah, but I am on a mountain that goes up to like 2,400 feet. It's pretty cool.
Oh my, yeah.
Mm-hmm. F snow. F snow is right, because
That's
then you end up sliding around. You crash your car.
uh,
I remember I crashed my friend Patrick McNerney. Patrick, I'm still kind of sorry about the Buick, although it survived well. And we did these two looping, full-on loops before we went into the snowbank. That car was amazing. And then when we got the battery, we left the lights on or something, and the battery died. And so some people helped us out to get a jump, and the jump used so much electricity that it caught their car on fire. And then our car was started up. Oh, our car started, and then their car caught on fire, and then we ended up leaving eventually.
oh my,
Well,
no,
because
no.
we had to go. So it was nice of you to help us. Sorry your shit caught on fire when you jumped our car. We can't hang around forever. We got places to be. That was yeah. That's
So apparently you melted your.
we melted the jumper cables. But yes, but didn't we also catch their car briefly on fire? Like a little bit of fire. There was a little bit of fire. And then the girlfriend was like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" And we were like, "Oh, I don't know, but we got sandwiches. See ya." We had some good sandwiches back then. Mm-hmm.
I really don't know want to know what they're talking about in the chat about shrinkage. I'm leaving it alone.
Well, it was super cold. You got to be careful out there. I usually wear the long johns with the underwear underneath that fully encompass the package. Then you have to worry about shrinkage. Mm-hmm. Falling through the ice. Has anybody ever fallen through the ice? Because that'll get you.
That'll certainly do it. That'll
My
certainly do
leg
it.
fell through, but not my whole body. I think my brother
Oh,
pulled me out. My brother, who is here, has saved my life. Oh, about 6 or 7 times probably. Because I'm that kid, and and we did that shit. Yeah, we did some stupid stuff. We were all like, "Should we take this dinghy down these rapids?" Hell yeah, we should. And I end up upside down, pinned under a log. Almost died twice in one day. Dun 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 dun. Don't try to ride your bike around Fairfax International, because it'll be like, first they'll be like, "You missed the stop sign, old man," and then they'll just freaking run you over with their truck, and then they'll look up from their cell phone as they were driving. Why are you here? Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
this is something else. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't ice fish anymore after that either.
I think we should see how tough these damn skin divers are. These guys think they can hold your breath, right? Well, let me see you freaking ice skin dive and bring up some fish. All right, you want to be tough with your little speedos on and stay under for 4 minutes? Go under the cold water. I'm kidding. That would suck. Dad
Well,
pulled
welcome in,
you out.
Josh. Welcome in. That's all right. Late doesn't matter. You're here. You're
Oh
with
wait,
us. We appreciate it, buddy.
my big brother is describing maybe a possible explanation for some of my brain damage.
This explains
So
a lot. Yes.
So he's saying that dad, and I don't remember any of this, so, yeah, it could be explaining a lot. So dad pulled me out when I was under the ice for, 30, 40 minutes. No biggie. We revived you. And the way we did it back on the farm, Charles, as you're probably aware of, Texas style, you just kind of kick them until they come back to life. Kind of nudge them. Same thing happened when I broke my arm. Like, your arm ain't friggin' broke. We're not going to the hospital. I was like, "I'm pretty sure my arm is broke, Dad. Will you look at it? My arm is pretty broke." They're like, "Oh, hell. That arm looks great to me. Get out there and chop wood." And then, of course, hours later, it swole up to be huge. And 602, give me your. Oh, this is NF and Believable, who has my number. I love it that people have my number. Take me full screen. Oh, right here. We got it. We got to go for NFB. So. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
we'll do that. I think you showed us that one, but then there's this. This is new.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to see because the camera isn't justifying the really. Are those both Framuses? No, you didn't. Oh, dude, you can definitely afford a Presley. Come on, dog. Look at that. Is that a wait? And that's a Gibson. All right, Les Paul, which I mean, it's kind of standard. You got to have, and plus, dude, that burst, really well done. Really well done. Yeah, God, bring them. I would say load them up, bring them on out. I got room for you in the guitar studio. You ain't gonna steal my guitars if you're bringing those, so you can hang out as long as you want.
So Ferg says his first wife's dad dumped a tractor in his pond trying to clear off snow so he could ice fish. Ooh, that's an expensive
So
mistake.
they dumped the.
So basically, they drove the tractor on the ice to clear it so they could ice fish, and the tractor went through the ice.
In the ice.
Into the pond.
Yep.
Oh,
my dad in Maine, he had some smart ass. I mean, we would kind of pray that the ice wouldn't have dimples in it, but he had some smart way of making it so it was flat. I forget what he did. Maybe he went down in the evening and poured out a water on it to let it. He did something that made it really fantastic. Smart. I love you, Dad. Thank you for being so smart. And for letting us shoot guns.
Look at Bo. He's getting all specific. He wants to know if that tractor was a John Deere.
Oh, why am I full screen? You gotta be here with me. What the hell?
Well, because you didn't take yourself off, you goof.
Oh my God, dude! I got all into it.
Working things behind.
I was remembering where I was trained. I was trained to kill, and I remember the days where I was like, oh, and I didn't have to kill. So what I did, I practiced on little animals, which might have come and got me. So I was a little bit worried, so I had to kill. Little bird coming right for me.
Seth, I don't know if you know this, but OU at Ryan, OU 812, he got another Steinberger, and
come on, dude,
no. But he's got to rebuild the trim, the trans trim on it, and so at about 15 minutes after we end, he is going to go ahead and do that live. Nice. And so that's the link I'm putting into chat right now, folks. So once we're all done here at 15 minutes after we're done, Ryan is going live, and he's going to rebuild that trans trim and replace that pivot plate that he was saying was bent the other night.
The pivot plate? Oh, it's always the damn pivot plate.
It's always the pivot plate.
Every damn time. Every time I'm like,
my pleasure, buddy. My pleasure.
Touch the pivot plate. I try to tell people, but then they're always like, I want to touch the pivot plate. God dang, dude. Dane Bramage. I do have some Dane Bramage.
And something. if you sit here and check out this, isn't that a nice tease? I love it.
That's beautiful. Dude, something about Ryan's art is always fantastic. His digital experience is elevated, right?
He always does a nice job of wanting to draw you in there.
So. Yep, I want him to make my emoji look that damn good. My emoji looks old and tired and poor. My emoji's eating bologna. So Ben says eastbound on the highway. That's so funny, Ben. So before the show, I had to take my wife she's nannying. So we can go 10 minutes long as we're off before we go for Ryan's show. But anyway, so driving back. So, it's one road in, one road out to get to my little town that I live in, Fairfax. Even though it's kind of close. It's like 10 miles from the highway, but it is one road pretty much. There was something happened going the other way. It was stopped for like a mile and a half. I was glad that I was not going that way. It wasn't snow, that's for sure, but it was some bullshit. John DeShane's coming over to my house. He's going to come hang out. That's cool.
No, he was talking about over on that was from back when we were talking about Ryan's rebuild of the transfer.
That's bullshit, John. You said you were coming. Now I'm ready for you. Now Sherman's going to be upset. We're all going to be upset. We're expecting you to. I'm just kidding. If you're not in California, it's fine. But if you are in California, I kind of expect you to show up.
Well, Jay Santiago, thanks for joining us in here. We appreciate having you, buddy. And those jokes are always more than welcome.
Most meaningless Fridays, double feature ever. Yeah. Oh well. You know what? Double features are the way to go, even if they're terrible. Because why? You got more time to get it in the back seat. Yeah, what up, girl? Jigga jigga bow wow 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 wow. Are you watching the movie? Hell no, I ain't watching the movie.
I was wondering. I thought he might use Canva to do
Bang
his
bang bang bang
thumbnails.
bang. It's warm. 3 hour what? Oh, 3 hour plane ride. Totally worth it, John. Pizza, hanging out with Sherman, so entertaining. No, I'm just playing. When you make it to California, when all you guys come out, just let me know ahead of time because the guitar studio is being set up as a secondary interview the homies. And if you want to stay around for a while, we got a bunch. We're a resort town, basically. We're a just north of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge resort chill spot. That's why I moved here because I want. Okay, guitar journey. Hello, ding ding ding. Back to topic.
Thank you.
I want to end up here, so that's why I did the school job. I already had the dream job, right? People are like, "Why the hell did Seth quit from doing guitar?" Because my thought is, I want to work 1.5 miles from where I live, and have my main love, and not expend all my guitar energy outside of my own studio. So my thought was go and get settled here, get working in. I'm in April. I'll be 1 year being a teacher full time. And you
Uh,
know what? It's just getting the groove. And then it's all about turning on and getting the studio fully built out, which I've gotten pretty damn far within a year. I should do a studio tour video. That would be something.
that'd be
Josh!
cool. That'd be cool.
Josh, 2 foot of snow on the grill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, sorry. That's terrible.
So, but since you returned us back to topic, if there's
Yeah.
anyone in the chat wants to talk to us about where they want to take their guitar journey in 2024, go ahead and throw that into the chat if
Herb
you
just
haven't
did.
already.
Herb just became a pro. Herb, you are a pro. Once you're
Yeah.
retired, you are a pro anything you do. Also, like that comes up a lot. Like once you start and stop doing something, say you stop doing something, say you were a police officer and now you're no longer a police officer. You're still a police officer, or you were a police officer. You don't have to, I mean, you can say ex cop, but I mean, come on. Same thing holds true for pilot. If you ever were a pilot, you still are a pilot. You're just not flying every minute. Same thing goes for scuba diver, whatever it is. Or trans trem rebuilder. You're gonna always be that because you are a shred master. I want to learn some of those big. I would call them big, juicy. Put it on me chord. Let me feel it. I need
So
to.
for Unfucking Believable, he said it's 2024 is the year of tellies and another acoustic. And
Okay.
all that traffic that Ben's been seeing, you just saw the plow go by, so that explains a whole bunch.
Yep. Somebody bought a Presley custom today, not from me, but one of the green telly that I showed on one of our shows that we were doing. Somebody bought that today, and they are a lucky man. I'll talk more about it later because I have to look at what the YouTube channel is, but they have like a significant YouTube channel and like 35,000 followers, which is a little bit more than my 165. Crazy, right? Yeah. So it's supposed to be. Did John buy it? Did you buy the telly, John?
Well, John recently got a telly, and it's gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and it, and I just love the way that John plays, and
Oh, shred.
I get I'm jealous of the Sir, but I love his telly, and he knows I'm a telly guy, and whenever he plays Floyd, it's something else.
Well, but a telly gives you the spank and definition and also makes you play differently than with a Floyd, right? So Floyd, you've got more options, you've got a little more flair, you've got more sizzle. You're going to have to fill your space with more of just this and this using your telly, which is good
Yeah.
practice. It's great to have the Floyd. Oh, what? Yeah, 19 likes, 37 watching. There's some more people could, but not everybody likes, and most of our people are honest. International. They're watching, but they're just like, we're here and we like these guys, but we're honest, and this show has been about 40% of what we expected, so we're just not gonna like. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
In anything, he says his 2024 looks like he wants to learn 2 songs a month using the Pareto principle and get it like 80% there, and then deconstruct the style, learn how to create his own stuff in that style. So
Yep.
awesome.
I love that statement, Eddie, because what I tend to have done that brings me joy is you hear a song and you're like, frick, I love that song. I hear 50 songs, but that song out of the 50, that's one of the ones that I really love. Why? Why do I
Hmm.
love it? So then I'll write down the song, and that's where it starts, is just remembering the one freaking song, and then figuring out some things. What key is it in? What's the chord progression? And then from there you start to figure out, oh, that's why I like it so much, because it's this, that it has something related to something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love doing that. Reverse engineering what you love to help you figure it out.
If Herb says, "Okay, I clicked the like button," geez.
Under complete duress, he was like,
Oh yeah,
if you don't, Herb, I'm gonna find
I don't know.
you.
You think an ex football coach wouldn't collapse to peer pressure,
No,
but
he has no idea the strength of this Chinese plastic, baby. Yeah. Sorry.
and Jay Santiago, he's going to take some lessons because he wants to work on that timing. He says that's an issue for him, and he wants to work on it. So
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, timing. So timing can be a definite. If timing is off, timing becomes it's so pivotal, right? It's so crucial. Timing is the element. It's the initial. I get a lot of it. People get confused because if you listen to some music, once you're really good at timing, it's almost a trick to be off time, especially with vocals, right? Good singers can be vocally off time, um, and it can get tricky. With teaching kids, that's a big thing. You're going to tell them, don't listen to the vocal. Because if you're listening to the vocal, it's off time, and it's off time on purpose because they're showing
Mm-hmm.
off and they're that good. What we need to do is drive the bus and let them be the vocalist. And so I
What's
do
his name,
get it.
John?
Rhythm is, what up, John? Dude, that is one of the best logos ever.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
It's almost like a graffiti kind of thing with a good. It's a great T-shirt. Like you said, Presley would be the great T-shirt. That's also a great T-shirt. That
Mm-hmm.
could survive just in a
Sure.
logo in the center. Also, Ben Coombs' logo survives well. It's printed in many things. I've got towel sets. It's actually on the thing in my shower curtain is a big Canucks with guitars thing. We should do a video of that because I have the Canucks with guitars robe that is on either side. It's just one guitar, and then the back is a big bong. Yeah, brother, I'm there with you. So I actually am part Canuck. You know that, right, Charles?
Yeah. Oh, did not know that. Did not know that.
Well, I mean, my grandpa owned land in Nova Scotia, and I went to Nova Scotia at least once that I can remember, but it may have been more than one. I think it was only once, probably. But I went to Nova Scotia, and when I was in Nova Scotia, guess what I bought?
What did you buy?
Not a guitar, but I bought a. It was a. What was the names of the magazines that we had? Like the Krager magazine that would have like Van Halen in it and like all the hair bands, and you would buy the rock and roll magazine. This is
Mm-hmm.
before the internet. This is like,
There was like Guitar Talk was one, I think, maybe.
yeah, but this was
Or
more
something.
Kerrang rings a bell, like
Oh, I
CRANG Kerrang magazine or Metal Mania magazine or some bullshit like that. I went and was like, I want to buy 3 of these, and my grandpa was like, oh God, what's the world come to? Yep. Rico B. I already blew out my
uh,
lungs. Blew out my lungs on that one, man.
Rico Visa Circus.
Mm. That's exactly yes. That's
Ben's a
exactly
circus.
yes.
Both Rico and
Hit
Ben's
parader.
circus.
Ben hit the
The parade.
parader on the nose because that was, and Kareem was another one of them. Yes. Oh, see,
Yeah.
all you guys know. Well, we have a bunch of people from our era. Hit parader. I'm pretty sure it was a hit parader, and it was like, yeah. Anyway, those are good days, man. Being a little kid and getting your fucking hit parader magazine. Yep.
So
Research and
Kerrang was
race.
a British heavy metal
Ah,
magazine.
okay. I wasn't that far. Yes, I was in the zone. Thank you. Another cool thing, I like researching great songs with great piano and harmonica or sax parts. Sax, right? Sax. That's a thing. Like if you have a friend who has uh, a saxophone and can play it, you only got like 10 songs. I was thinking Tiger Beat? What? Oh my God, Charles. Hello? Charles. We lost Charles' audio completely, but I must say that it is much quieter now. And I thought that for the whole time it was my system that was killing us.
No, it was I think I clicked the wrong thing while I was moving things around. But no, this is not right.
That's good. You're back in now, though.
I
You
am
were
back
muted for a second.
just in enough
Back.
time to leave.
Yeah, we're leaving. We're headed out of here. But we got to say a few things. We got to say, skibbity bop boop, ba dibby dop boop, ba bibbity beep bop, ba doo ba 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 boo ba 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 da boo. Skip boo. That was a very important announcement for the internet.
So, you have anything you want to say before we start wrapping things up, or?
Yes. A skibbity bop boop, a dibbity bop boop, a ribbity dip dop, the dibbity boop bop, boopity beep bop, the dibby doop doobity do. That was my only announcement for the week. I want people to pay attention to that and be able to recite it at any moment. If I see you and you can recite that note for note, you get a free Presley California custom.
Thank you, Herb. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see you all over at Ryan's, and this is the link there for his show that's coming up in 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, the song at the end. Listen to the whole song, because the whole song, this is my heart and soul. Don't just hang up, because we can see, and not only can we see, we know who you are, and we know where you are. So if you don't listen to the whole damn song, we're coming to your house. I know.
Once again, everybody, thank you for a great show. Seth, thank you for a great show, sir.
That's why I'm here. I love hanging out. Thank you for keeping me kind of on the road, not on the rails. Whatever. We had a great time.
We had a great time, and we'll be back doing it again next week. I may not have a Sunday show right now. I've got some things going, and so I'm trying to work some things around schedule here.
I got to work. I can't do nothing for you.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna play we're gonna go ahead and play our music out. Check out the whole song, and then head on over to Ryan.
Comment on the song as it's playing out, because you guys, the solo's just unbelievable. It's Yngwie. It's Yngwie, and then we brought in who else played on this? We got Yngwie, we got Satriani. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's all just me. And I don't play like any of that.
All right. Have a great week, folks.
I don't like donuts.
See you next time.
Good night. Charles and me, about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer and turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down, one volume,